Did you guys got that statement down?
Got it.
Okay.
Could you go over it one more time?
Also, 95% of the people who lose weight gain it back. That's another statistic with the current methods of weight loss. If you guys seen the before and after pictures, well, this is how they should look. Before, after, and then after, after. So, does anyone else see a problem with what's going on in the weight loss industry so far? I mean, I do, and that's why I'm trying to change it. So, the question is, how can we be spending so much money on weight loss products and services when we have absolutely nothing to show for it? Love this guy. Now, is there something wrong with the people, or is there something wrong with the methods? That's a debate I've been having for many years with a lot of my colleagues, and usually when I mention to people, well, diets don't work, the reaction I give from a lot of nutritionists is that they work, just people can't stick with them. So it's not the diet's fault that a person cannot follow it. I'm like, that's nice logic, but my question is, if 95% of the people cannot stick to a diet, what is most likely, that there's something wrong with the diet or something wrong with 95% of the population? I like to think it's the methods. But to answer this question, let's take a closer look at the weight loss problem. Okay, because that will solve the issue. Let's look at, what is the problem. First of all, nobody has a weight problem. Okay, and that's the reaction I usually get from people. How can you, when we're talking about there is a weight problem? And I'm here to tell you there is no weight problem. The true problem is our behavior. We have a behavioral problem. Okay, the weight is only a side effect of our behaviors, our habitual behaviors. And that's how, so really weight is a symptom. If you focus on the symptom, you're not going to solve the problem. You got to find out what is the root cause of the symptom and focus on changing that. So, here is why we're overweight. Really simple. Due to modern conveniences and smart marketing, I gotta give marketers credit, we have developed habitual behaviors that are bad for our health and weight. Good for the economy, bad for our weight and health. And that is why we're overweight. Now, basically, we have become less active. We have developed the habit of eating foods that are not good for you. Actually, more food. Even when I lived in Greece, we ate foods that were not that great, but did not make up the majority of our diet. And we eat a lot more food than the body really needs because we eat for the wrong reasons. It's one reason. Now, to lose weight and get in shape is actually pretty simple. Okay? All we need to do is few simple things. We need to add activity back into our life. Okay, so we can strengthen our muscles and cardiovascular system. We need to eat more natural foods. And we need to cut down the overall amount of food that we eat. Pretty straightforward. Now, isn't it though what the current weight loss methods are teaching? So, how come it's not working? Because they're teaching exactly that. They're teaching us how to weight train, they're teaching us how to do aerobics for our cardiovascular system, they're teaching us proper nutrition, and yet they're failing. So obviously, something's off. Now, the one thing that we need to know is that having the right knowledge of what you need to do to accomplish something, it will not solve the problem. You also need to have knowledge of how to apply that information to your life without overwhelming yourself. And that's where a lot of weight loss programs have gone wrong, is the only focus, okay, people need to eat better, people need to exercise more, people need to do more aerobics, but they think it should people that can actually apply all those things with no problem, but there is a problem. I always say, knowledge is half of the solution. How to apply the knowledge into your life is the other half, and that's the half that's missing. So how do you apply change into your life without burning out? That's a very good question. Okay, so basically how do you apply change? To answer that question, we need to first understand how our mind works. Now, according to research, around 95% of the things that you do on a daily basis are controlled by your subconscious mind. Okay? Now, think of your subconscious mind as an autopilot which runs on pre-programmed behaviors and beliefs. Okay? Your conscious mind is the manual control. Whenever your conscious mind, stops paying attention, your subconscious mind takes over. For instance, when you drive, how many times have you driven someplace that you normally go to and you don't even remember the ride, right? Something that happens on a regular basis. What happens is that as you're driving, all of a sudden, let's say the phone rings, so you answer it. You have a hands-free, of course, because you want to drive safely. Obviously, you still can drive. As soon as your attention goes on the phone, your subconscious mind takes over the driving job. And obviously, you get there safely. Excuse me a second, guys. Hey, Quinn, how are you?
Stavros, how are you?
Good, good. Hey, have a seat.
Yeah.
You made it. You just missed slightly the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're just talking about. We're just gonna do a quick review, if you guys don't mind. Basically, we're talking about sustainable weight loss and how you need to change. That we don't have a weight problem, and what we have is a behavior problem. So you need to change your behaviors in order to change your weight. Now, so as soon as your conscious mind stops paying attention, your subconscious mind takes over. And that's where the problem is. Okay? Because if you're overweight or you're unhealthy or whatever other problem you have, even if this applies to everything in life, somehow you pick up programs, behaviors and beliefs that are bad for your health. So whenever your conscious mind stops paying attention, your subconscious mind runs those programs. And that is why we have a weight problem. A lot of times people don't even realize that they're doing something wrong. I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm doing everything right. I understand why I have a weight problem. And the reason a lot of people have a weight problem because if your conscious mind is not paying attention, you don't remember it. How many times other people have told us about what we're doing wrong and like, no, I don't do that. And it's because when your conscious mind is not paying attention, you don't remember it. You're not aware you even do it. Remember, it's autopilot. You don't have to think about it. So, the only way to lose weight and keep it off is to change those programs in your subconscious mind. So when your conscious mind is not paying attention, then it'll run. Because as long as those programs run, because remember, you cannot rely on your will to do the right thing forever. So, how do you reprogram your subconscious mind with new behaviors that are beneficial to your health? Okay? It's actually really simple. Repetition. You repeat something enough times, and whatever you're repeating, that behavior becomes automatic. Look at how you learn how to ride a bike. How many times you just get up on the bike and learn how to ride? Of course not. You fell down a few times. And then sooner or later, by repeating the process, it became, your muscles learned what you need to do and it became habitual. Now you can do it with, well, not with your eyes closed, but it could be bad. So how do you increase your chances of sticking with an action long enough to make it habitual? Okay? Really simple. Keep the action small and easy to do and have the right attitude. Let me talk about what is the right attitude. Okay? For those of you who have kids, how long did you give your kid to walk? Did you say he's gonna give it a try? No, the attitude is this kid's gonna learn how to walk or talk, whatever other things he had to learn. So the attitude was, he will learn how to walk. That's the same attitude you gotta have with every habit you're trying to develop. You can't go in saying, I'm gonna give it a shot. Because when you say, I'm gonna try, you failed already. Because try implies that you might fail, that you don't truly believe this is possible. Where when your kid was learning how to walk, you had no doubt that the kid will learn how to walk. You had no doubt. That's why you did not even think about giving up. Because, and it's the same, that kind of attitude is what you need in order to make necessary behavioral changes that will